Welcome to episode 11. Thanks for joining in today, breaking the seal. With me today, we got Ghost. What up?
What it do?
What up? The Ghost host with
You,
me.
you already know.
Yes, sir. And we have a little special episode today. I want to give a huge shout out to the fellas at Oak for,
Yes, sir.
letting
Yes,
us come
sir.
out here and also get a little interview in with them. We had a great chat and, just some awesome stuff that we got to talk about with them. And the spot that I feel like it doesn't get enough attention, man. There's a lot of good deals that they have going on. A lot of great food. They've been around in the business for a good while
Yeah,
downtown.
definitely.
They're finally making their way to Uptown, and then they're trying to expand, a little bit too. So we got into detail with them, and we just got to know them a little bit more, man, and just see that side of the restaurant, struggling during the pandemic or opening during the pandemic, man. That's a lot of balls, man. Really.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I do like a lot what they're doing, man. I mean, one of the things that I do like is that they try to incorporate a lot of the Texas alcohol into their
Oak, Texas, man. Yeah, that's one of the
not
things, man.
alcohol, Texas alcohol.
Very Texas themed. One of their specialty drinks. We had a chance to try them out. We tried the Chamoy drink right here. It's one of their specialties. Had some gummy worms,
And honestly,
some
there's
flechas.
not. God damn, man,
It's
this
really
shit is so good. It's so refreshing, surprisingly. And I'm not gonna lie, I did see some several alcohols going in there, but yet it's still smooth
Oh, yeah,
and super
man.
refreshing.
It's
And
Ciroc. Fabian explains
mhm.
explains what it's made out of.
Some chamoy, some gummy bears.
some
Jeez,
gummy bear-
you
yeah,
can't beat
man.
that shit.
If you're one of those Valley girls, man, this is your spot.
Yeah, and
This is your spot.
there's a few other things I did.
If I see you
kinda
here,
like.
I've got you. I got you.
A few other things I did like about Oak is that they actually have a happy hour. What every day?
Right.
12 to
So
7.
it's
Man.
pretty much an all-day happy hour. They open up at 12, so it starts right when they open and it ends at 7. So it's an all-day thing, pretty much, man. And then they try to have some live music every other day. Tuesdays, I know is one day that they do. Thursdays, and then those specials, those food specials that they have. Mondays, wraps. They have all the wraps. Tuesday, they have their Taco Tuesday, of course, and a lot of cool stuff, man. Wednesdays they have the Wingman Wednesdays, so they have White Claws, wings, and then Thursdays the $5 pulled pork barbecue sandwich, and then Friday, man, that's the best special in McAllen right now, the burger and brew special, every Friday, man. So
And
that's a good way to end the week, man. And then they have a sampler on Saturday.
not only that, but I do. Another thing that I do like about them is how authentic that their menu is. I mean,
They take pride in it, man.
they go into detail about it. And a lot of this stuff is not only homegrown, but it's fresh. It's not packaged. It's not frozen and shit like that. No, all this shit is legit. It's yeah, not frozen. So definitely some good stuff going on here.
Yeah,
Love
man.
the vibe here. Definitely love the downtown location.
Yeah.
Had
It's
several good times
it's
there.
definitely like a neighborhood bar, man, and it's just one that you want to get there and get to it, man.
And this one's located here on North 10th. I think passing Dove, right?
Right. So they have two locations, the one downtown and the one that we're at right now. We're filming on Saturday right now. There's actually some baseball going on. So if you're a baseball fan, it's going to be Uptown, right on Trenton, right before Trenton. So right across the street from HEB, really. So it's that little
Yeah,
plaza. Right next to it is the hot yoga studio. But it's really cool, really awesome. You'll enjoy it if you're doing if you're a female, you're doing some shopping. It's a nice little plaza here. You can get some ice. You can even get some ice cream, get a
Yeah, well,
beer.
Marble Slab, right? It's in
Yeah.
that same plaza, I think.
Yeah, Cold Stones.
There
a
you go,
little while
Cold
ago.
Stone. There
And
you
then,
go. There you go.
yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do here. But yeah, this is what we talk about this episode. I can't stress it enough. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you're on Spotify, make sure you subscribe as well to our page. We got some more stuff going on in the next few weeks, so you want to keep up with that. If you haven't caught up with our episodes, it's your chance to do it. We got 10 more episodes that that you can check out. We talked to a couple brewers already. We've talked to a couple authors like Noe. We talked to a couple people that are having events throughout the area.
Shout out
So
to Plebe.
yeah, Plebe, some other restaurants too. So we're happy to continue to spotlight. If you want to be on the show, just give us a message and we'll see what we can do to get you on. But anything other than that, yeah, man. I mean, we're happy to spotlight as much as we can. So
And real quick, man, let's talk about the Madden tournament
so
upcoming, man.
yeah, before we wrap it up, we can get into the interview. We have our Madden tournament. It's going to be May 15th and 16th at the 956 Sports Card Show. So that Madden tournament, you can apply already. You could register actually right now on the Mission Control app. So you download that, look for the RGB Strong page, and you got a chance to win $1,000 in prizes. We are going to be doing just one console after all, so it's going to be PS4. First place, you get a chance to win 750. Second place, you get a chance to win, I believe, is 150. Then third and fourth, we'll give you $50. Just to get you there. Just because you got that far. But we got that going on. You can sign up already. If you have any questions, just go to the RGB Strong page. That way we can sign you up. But it's going to be May 15th and 16th. That's going to be the Madden 21 tournament. That's going to be 2 day. It's a 2 day event. Hopefully we get a good amount of people showing up. We have some people already registered, so get going, people. It's $25 right now, so don't miss out. So we'll see you all soon, and then I really appreciate y'all joining in. So right with us today, the two we have George and Fabian from Oak, Texas Bar and Grill.
Hell yeah.
And we get to talk to them. So appreciate y'all, and don't forget to like.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the podcast, Breaking the Seal, episode 11. Thank you all for joining in on the page. I'm excited about this episode today. Got a couple awesome folks here, a couple fellas that, here at Oak Bar and Grill, Uptown. So we have Fabian, we have George. This is Fabian, that's George right there. So yeah, man, how's everything going, fellas? Tell us a little bit about yourself. And man, I'm really, thank you for letting us film down here at Oak.
No problem, bud. A little bit about myself. I'm a cancer. I like to golf.
You like walks on the beach?
Do arts and crafts. I'm Fabian Davila, one of the business owners here at Oak Texas Bar and Grill. Born and raised here in the Valley. Love it.
Yes, sir.
It's always got to call it home. Never left anywhere. The boy George from San Antonio.
Yeah, unlike him, I'm cultured.
Never left, never gonna leave.
So you're from San Antonio? I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I'm Jorge Guajardo. I grew up
He's
in
a
San
Capricorn.
I'm a Taurus, bro. I'm the bull. But no, I grew up in San Antonio, moved down here when I was like 14. And I went to school, left for the Marine Corps.
Nice.
After high school.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. Thank you for your service, man.
I was in the Marine Corps for almost 7 years. Was in Okinawa, Japan, did all the world thing, and then I moved back to San Antonio. And my mom, I came down here with my mom, and I got hooked up with some chick, and my wife now.
And we have a beautiful family.
And never left. And somehow I went from San Antonio and living in Mission and McAllen and Westlaco. Now I'm there. But
man,
yeah, man,
all over the valley then since you got here.
Yeah, Mr. Worldwide over here.
No, well, that's awesome, man. And I know it all started with downtown, right? Or what was the first location y'all opened up?
Well, that's a funny story. Funny story is that, well, I when I was younger, I my family in San Antonio, we've always been in the restaurant, food and beverage industry.
Nice.
My mom and my stepdad, my mom and my stepmom and my father were always in catering and businesses, and they had restaurants in San Antonio, so I kind of grew up around that. I used to sell tacos before school, like at 6 in the morning.
There we go.
Yeah, and then our family is likes to go out and and entertain. We always get together. So it was always my mind is I want to open a bar one day or a club or something like that. So I don't know. I had an opportunity when I was working in the oil fields, and I opened my first club, which was Phoenix Nightclub. Phoenix on 16th Street back in the day.
Okay.
And why I didn't open it, I was asked to join. But that was like a real learning experience, because I learned a lot about the business, the rights and the wrongs.
So you dove right into it.
Blind, but I lost money. I mean, straight up, first venture, but that was my education. I learned a hell of a lot, and then I had another opportunity to open up mezzanine. And when I had mezzanine, I had a fellow Marine of mine, Juan Verdura. I asked him to be my partner, and he joined. And it's funny, like the way I met Fabian. It's like I went on Backpage and I found him.
It was Craigslist.
It was Craigslist, right? I went to Craigslist.
Craigslist first.
I hit up. I was looking for a manager. I mean, I didn't know anyone in the business. I started from scratch.
Yeah.
And then he was actually the very first guy I interviewed.
Oh,
and
wow.
we met each other at a Starbucks. At a Starbucks here on South Texas. He was over there.
cheap.
He was there. No, but I was like, do you do meetups?
Right now, 10 minutes. Meet me in 10 minutes. Right
Yeah,
now.
maybe
right
10
in the
minutes
corner.
right now.
What did y'all
Corner of
order?
10th and
What did y'all order at Starbucks?
I don't even know what to order at Starbucks. I always order water.
I think I ordered like a caramel macchiato. That's always my go-to.
So what was your first impression then, man?
Well, I thought he was. He said he was. I remember he said that he was the manager at Tilted Kill.
I was.
Oh yeah, you were. Okay, he was.
I didn't just say it. Like I'm not making up my.
But no, but he was like no,
oh.
but then he was like, I have a degree in business administration or something like that, right? And
Still do.
And I still do.
Still a fact.
But then he said he worked at a bank at IBC, and I was like,
IMB.
What?
Dude, you
What was
know nothing about me.
What was it? Where'd
I'm
you?
gonna reconsider
That was another
this.
interview.
No, but where'd you? What bank did you work at?
IMB, International Bank.
IMB.
What's
Yeah,
IBC,
now it's
no?
Vantage Bank.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's right. Yeah.
Who works there? Like nobody.
That's why they changed the name.
Yeah, no, but I mean, all this was like, oh, okay, man, good. And my buddy Nestor was with me now. I think this is as good as we're gonna get.
Wow.
So
In my defense, I had a lot of
Breaking the
uses.
seal, man. Y'all figuring it out.
we hired him, and boom, and from that mezzanine, and then we had other. I opened up other businesses, midnight, and everything. And then when Oak came around,
By mistake, right?
yeah,
kind of?
it was actually it was a mistake. I did it out of anger actually. And I was like,
It was a spite. It's a spite bar, pretty much.
After mezzanine, I left. I went back to Tilted Kilt.
his biggest mistake.
Right.
Tell him where
So
you went.
tell us
Tell
about
him where you
Tilted.
really went.
Yeah.
I went across the street to work for someone else because I couldn't stand them.
And he was like, and they tried to team up against me to be like, oh, we're gonna get George and stuff like that.
We
And
failed miserably.
They did.
So you know what? I'm gonna go back to what I know: food and beverage.
Yes. No, but it's funny. I remember we used to be so slammed at mezzanine with lines on the street, and these guys were all outside. I used to walk across the street and stand with them, and I was like, man,
Make sure you edit this part out.
I was like, man, I had to come over here and get it for some fresh air because it's so slammed over there. And how are you all doing? And I would go inside their bar and order a drink, drink it, and walk back to
Oh, it's so good to have something slow pace, right?
Yeah. I was like, oh man, you guys.
All right.
No, and then so we like kind of not we split ways, but he was always just there, and then
We used to talk, right?
Yeah, we still talk.
Hung out every once in a while, but I went back.
Yeah.
I got offered the general manager position at Tilted Kilt. Went back over there, and then I got an opportunity to jump in a bar called Mandala.
Mandala.
Which is where Elevate is now.
Okay.
With
And
this
it's
other
always
guy that
changing over
works
there, though. Like, how long ago was this? Like, in like 2 years?
that was 2000. Well, when we opened
2016.
Midnight or Mezzanine was 2014,
Okay.
and
About 2
then
years after that, 2016.
and then 2016, 2017 is then when we got back together.
Oh, okay.
Like,
all
we
right.
rekindled our
2016,
relationship.
because 2017 we opened up Oak.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's cool, man.
So
So we were there, and I had another partner that I went in there with, and he wanted out. So he's like, "Hey, man, I have two options. I could sell to this random guy from Mexico City or something like that." He's like, "Or I could sell to this guy that owns Mezzanine." I was like, "George?" I was like, "Dude, sell to George. Like, he's already knows the street. He already knows the business. This and that." He came in as a partner also. Then you started bumping heads, right?
Yeah.
A lot with the other guy, who shall rename nameless.
No name. No name.
And he ended up leaving. We stayed, just me and him, and we had a lot of trouble with the landlord.
Yeah, dude, the
The
landlord was.
landlord was horrible. God rest his soul. He passed
Yeah.
away already. He was an older man. But oh man, he was tough. He was mean.
Yeah.
Mean.
Like, what would he do? Or
Like
what?
real old school.
No,
like,
grumpy old man. Like and he was in a wheelchair, pobrecito, and he would come in
He
there.
was going through like dialysis and stuff, so I'm pretty sure he was going through like a real tough stuff, like
Yeah.
time. But he raised the rent up on us as soon as the contract ended, which was 6 months, right? When we had jumped in, it went from like $4,000 to $8,000. Like, he doubled our rent.
Yo,
So
what?
this guy's like, you know what? Screw this. Call other guys, tell them to pull out everything. We're walking like towards mezzanine, and he's like, you know what? We're gonna rent this place, and I'm like, what the heck? And that's where Oak is now. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
They gave the deposit, gave the first
That
month's
same
rent.
day.
Like, start pulling out everything. So these guys are getting ready, pulling out everything. And then we talked to the old man, and everything's like pulled off. We're like, okay, well now we have this building. That we're like, what do we do? So we're like,
Let's
well,
get them
start
both.
doing this.
Yeah.
If it was up to him, it would have been called the Oak Munch.
The
Yeah, because I was like, hey, you know what, dude?
No, we're
we need something that rolls off the tongue. Easy. Hey, you know what? Let's go to Oak. Bro, Oak. Badass, we do everything wood, this and that. He's like, I got one better. Let's call it the Oak Month. I was like, nah.
It's because that night I just finished watching I was watching the Wolf of Wall Street, and they're like Oakmont Stratton. So I was like, hey, it's a better.
and you're like, it's a sign. It's
Yeah.
a sign. Everybody went through that Wolf of Wall Street phase.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, man. Like everybody just grinded.
No, but I mean, like the whole Oak concept too was just
Right.
like we just wanted like back then there was only 2 places you get food. It was just like Suerte,
Suerte.
and Flying Walrus pizza and stuff.
Oh, that's
like
right.
And,
Yeah, the $5
and those
pizza.
guys, they're always good. But I just wanted to bring more. We wanted to
Options.
bring more options to the street. And so that was one of our biggest our biggest ideas. Like, hey, let's bring this. And we were like, what do we name it? What's the theme of it? You know, and like. And so I was in the military. My first thought was, let's do something like an American, like pub kind of thing, right?
Right.
But then again, I thought about it. I was like, man, when I was in the Marine Corps, like all the Texas boys, all they talked about was how great Texas was.
Hell yeah.
I miss Walmart and HEB and Whataburger.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, let's just do a Texas themed bar. That's what we do. We're proud to be Texan, and so and that kind of goes. We can do both. We can do Tex-Mex style cuisine, drinks, and then we could also still
so
be American.
So that's where you started getting into the whole food part, because I know that's one of the things.
We never did food before. This is the first venture.
So when did y'all start that? And y'all have it at both locations, right?
Correct. Yes. The
food.
Yes. Yeah. You have both locations. Actually, on that one, because that place used to be Moralo's restaurant for 20 years.
Moralo's,
okay.
So when we took it over, we did like a whole revamp, and the kitchen we had to like completely knock it down.
Real old school kitchens,
build
right?
it
I passed that.
real-
There's like a restaurant there, it's like a diner type, and I walked through and they're making tortillas still. It's real old school.
It's like a Rex Cafe.
Yeah, I think is it Rex? It was like another one.
Posecito.
Asuquito. Yeah, like you walk in and in the back, like those old school kitchens are all different setups, so you had to like just completely scratch
Been
that.
there for like 60 years. Man,
So
and it's still there.
tell us a little bit about the menu, guys, that y'all have here at Oak.
So the menu, it's a lot of our twist of Tex-Mex, Mexican food. Our tacos, #1 tacos in the world, not the valley, the world.
In the world. I'm telling you, I've been saying it on the podcast, man. Tacos down here, another level, man. I've just been trying to hype it up. Like,
It's true though.
Yeah, we don't try to make it too complicated. Just we try to find the best ingredients for the tacos. I mean, they're not made in here, but they're made locally.
Yeah.
And then our meats purchased locally too, and our produce.
and the
is both,
tortillas. What about the tortillas?
Those are all local.
It's
also.
all local stuff that we don't get nothing. And the thing, like a lot of people don't know that we haven't really been pushed about it, is like everything's fresh.
Right.
Everything that we made here, and like even the tortillas for our quesadillas are handmade.
Right.
In the back, we make our pozole in the morning every week. The barbacoa all night.
The barbacoa.
Yeah.
So that's what Saturday, Sunday, or
Saturdays and Sundays. But yeah, like all of our stuff is not just like maybe like these big chain restaurants where stuff comes in a bag and they just dump them in a fryer and pull them. Nah.
Yeah.
We have our ladies in the back and our kitchen staff, cutting up meat from bulk, especially like chicken breasts and the big bola of bistec, and then we portion it out and everything.
So this is authentic food out here, right?
Yeah, I mean authentic bar food.
And would y'all say, I mean, this is kind of from y'all's background a little bit, like that y'all incorporated?
Well, actually,
some of y'all
I think it's more like your background.
Yeah,
like the tilted kill type of.
I put the for copyright. I can't say that.
I signed a
We're inspired. You were inspired. Inspired.
Yes,
There you go.
yes, they guided me. No, actually, I put the menu together. The first menu I had, I put it together in my kitchen in my apartment. We started with the basics. We're like, okay, tacos and wings for those. I get a wrap that still sells really good. It's
on
really
Mondays,
favorite.
right?
Yeah. The burgers, the wings are top seller. The quesadilla is something new that we just added, which is great. But now that we hired a new guy, his name is Abimael, he really brought over the seafood aspects of our menu.
Okay, yeah.
Aguachiles, great seller, great tasting blades.
The fish tacos, right?
The fish tacos.
We brought fish tacos.
The ceviche tostadas. That's something that we implemented once we jumped over here at the Uptown.
Yeah,
location.
we expanded it to because not everyone likes just chicken and beef, So we added seafood to it, and it helped us a lot during Lent that we had those options available.
Yeah, people were like coming in and get a beer.
Not only that, but I was big motivated because my daughter, she doesn't like to eat chicken or beef.
Right.
So she says she's converted to be a pescatarian. So she only eats that kind of thing.
Stuff.
But we're always evolving. Even now, like we're adding new things. We just added like the charro beans as a side for the tacos. And we just have them on Tuesday right now, but we're gonna hopefully offer them every day. And then now that I realize that even my cousin Oscar comes over here and he's real health conscious about what he eats and stuff like that. So we want to and even me, like now I kind of started working out, kind of watching what I eat. I can't be eating this 24 days, 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So
24 days. I ate 40 pizzas in 40 days. Or like that
but
Papa John's guy.
we want to incorporate like not necessarily a vegan menu, but just like a health conscious, calorie low carb, high protein kind of like
Yeah,
stuff.
no, like
no,
a
for
keto,
sure.
keto friend. I think that's one of the things I've noticed that's been popping off. Like, there's this restaurant, they're doing keto tacos, and the keto community just rallied around them. So I think that would work out too, man. Like just stuff like that where you can.
No, I was just trying to look at this to see. Remember
Because
what?
they're recording also.
Yeah,
man, if you
on
wanna-
on the yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so that's the specials, but I know we're like you're planning on changing them. So Mondays you got the $5 wraps, Tuesdays you got the taco Tuesdays, and then you also got Wednesday wings. Thursday we got the barbecue sandwich,
The
and then
pulled
the
pork.
pulled pork, and then Fridays that barbecue. I mean the burger and brew.
The best one, like the best deal out of all of my thing is that $6 burger.
Oh yeah, man,
'Cause,
dude.
Like, and I think you had it one time.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, you can't. Like, I've been waiting for somebody to do something like that. I know there's like places in New York that like you go in, you buy a beer, you get a pizza, something like that. You know, and I'm like, man, there needs to be something like that, and I've never seen
a
it.
little combo or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and
Exactly,
it's
'cause
just
it's
what it
burger.
is, and it's $6, man. Like,
No, but,
can't beat it.
but not only that, it's just $6, but it's a great burger. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
it's
it's
really
a good
good.
tasting burger.
We actually spent a lot of time on it because before, like how I said, we made everything fresh and stuff like
Right.
that. The burger was one thing that was lacking flavor and taste. That I opinion, I like
Because
burgers.
we had frozen.
Yeah,
We were
because
getting frozen
we would
meats
use like
before.
frozen patties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the burgers weren't moving. I was like, well, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Well, obviously the burger's not good.
Yeah.
So we actually went, through it and got our ground meat. We ordered our ground meat locally
Okay.
as well. And the ladies back there,
so you make them
season it.
right there that day, like fresh.
Well, we
fresh,
make them
yeah.
like we prep
like
them,
prep
and
them,
then,
yeah.
and then we have them the patty set up, and the ladies, season them and blah blah. And we actually,
charbroil.
and we used to put them on the plancha, which is the flat grill.
Yeah.
And now we actually charbroil them. Is that what the word? And we had the char grill just sitting there. We never even used
We
it.
never used it, yeah.
So now
And
y'all using it.
So
now.
now we're actually using
Yeah.
it,
We put
incorporating
it to
it.
good use.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so
nah,
like
man.
that flame,
And like that
the
flame
food-
broiled, and it's like grilled, like it's man.
Yeah,
it's
it's
legit,
actually
bro.
it gave it a lot of flavor,
And
and then the bread too. We use a different bread.
Another
so-
thing that also like I don't think anybody knows is that you have happy hour every day, like
Yeah.
all week,
Oh,
like
shit.
from 12 to 7, man.
Damn.
You see Ghost over there getting surprised.
Hey,
He's like, what?
Hey, what?
You know, it just
and,
didn't.
and this is at both locations?
Sir?
At both locations?
Well,
this is just at
the
the
other
outside.
location,
Okay.
downtown location, we open at 8 just because
Yeah.
we won't have much traffic.
Yeah,
Here
no,
we open
definitely.
at 12 every day to 2 in the morning, and we open at 12. And I told Fabian, man, I never and that's another thing. When we opened up over here,
Yeah.
we came out of our me personally out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I was used to downtown and the way it was, so it was a learning curve for me too, as far as pricing, what people want.
Yeah.
What's around you too? Like
Yeah.
there's like we're in a plaza, so there's like a beauty salon somewhere
Yeah.
around here and
Lawyers up there.
But more importantly, for me, it was just to learn the clientele that's completely different from downtown. Because over there in downtown,
Right.
our prices are set to make money quick and fast because we're open.
Bottle
We open at
service, stuff
9
like
to
that,
2,
yeah.
but we don't get busy till 12 o'clock. So we have 2 hours to
make
capitalize
as
as
much
much money we
money as
want. So, but here in the Uptown location, we're open from 12 to 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's long and steady. And that in itself took an adjustment period for us, don't you think?
He was so surprised how people drink during
Yeah.
like they drink. It's like he's like, what is
Dude,
this?
yeah, like
I didn't know. I mean,
like
'cause
at Bourbon, man, I would go to Bourbon. There's people like there all day, and they're just chilling,
Yeah.
hanging
Yeah.
out. And then
I
I
was
was
just
like,
like,
man,
what
this is a
the
good spot where y'all are at. And I've been even like St. Patrick's Day when I came by, man. It was
Yeah, it
like
was
a good
great.
crowd, and it kind
I
of
like to take the credit for that.
Mr. Out of Town.
So yeah, I mean that's another thing too, man. You're doing events. I know another one that's coming up is your 1 year anniversary in Uptown,
that's
right? So tell us more about that. What do you have planned?
So it's kind of still a secret because we're kind of still planning it out. It's because the bad thing about that now that we opened up here and it's on May 1st, is
Yeah.
that his birthday is on May 5th and Cinco de Mayo is like 4 days apart.
That's like the event of the
So
year.
I got that's like
It
at least
really-
in my opinion.
No, it really is.
Black tie affair.
It is. You don't get in the door if you're not wearing a black tie.
Oh really?
No.
Hey, man.
No, but I always like to dress up. Fabian's like, whenever I told Fabian, like, hey man, we're dressing up. And he's like, oh man, he has to squeeze into a suit that he hadn't worn in 4 years.
I'm not a suit guy. Yeah, wear Jordans
Yeah,
every day.
no, man, same here, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I like to like suit it up,
Yeah.
No, so it's coming up, and then yeah, I mean, it just happened real quick, man. So how were you all managing during the pandemic? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Oh man, that's another interesting story. We have like this whole thing, this whole year, especially 2020 was
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure.
we were open, like no problem, and then we were using we had money saved up, of course, and we got this location, and then we were using for money downtown from our revenue and our savings to put into this location as we were building it. We're building
Yeah.
no problem. And that's when all of a sudden you start hearing in the news about this COVID thing. We're like, what the heck? And so it was about, we started in February, right?
Yeah,
February.
January, February.
Yeah, so February and then like mid-March.
That's when everything
they shut everything down. So now our revenue stream is gone. And then we're like at the tail end of finishing the remodel here. And so we're like, damn, like we scraped by, man. Like, and
man.
thank God we had a bunch of, like, we had one of our contractors, Memo.
Like he cut us a break and helped us out.
He helped us out. He's like, hey, man, this
you
is,
know what? You guys can pay me once you guys start opening up.
Yeah,
that's
so
awesome to hear, man. People stepping up, especially like that in that sense, like business to business. Somebody helping you out, understanding.
He really did. He came through and helped us out, man. And then so it was, April 3rd. It was March 31st. They said that's it, everything's closed, right? So, and we were planning to open in April 1st.
Right.
So we were here with the place already done, table set, everything open, and like we couldn't do nothing. And then so
April 10th, they gave us a green light to
April
sell
10th,
curbside.
it was curbside.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was here with me, Fabian. Fabian, you were working at T-Mobile, right?
No, I was not.
That's right.
I was here.
It was me, my wife, and him. We were skeleton crew, and then we had to lay off all of our employees, our management, and our managers, our bartenders. Everyone was suffering.
Yeah.
And
it was just a family because we didn't have the kids. His kids were
Yeah.
here helping out.
They were helping
My
out
son
too,
was
man.
here.
yeah. Well, weren't you in the plancha, like cooking and stuff?
Yeah, I cooked, bartended. He was taking orders, and then we were fixing the POS.
Yeah.
Adjusting everything because it was a brand new POS that we had purchased.
Yeah,
It
so
was
that-
chaotic.
Oh wow,
So-
you bought a new POS
Yeah,
system
because
too.
we had a different setup over there, and we didn't really like it. Didn't give us a lot of capabilities that we have now, so we got a new POS. But at the same time, I kind of told Fabian, I was like, you know, it was a blessing in disguise. Why? Because we were able to work out all the kinks.
Yeah.
I learned the POS. I sat there for hours just messing
Going
with
back
it.
to the basics, the
Yeah.
fundamentals, pretty much.
Messing with it, learning it, and then teaching everyone how to do things, and so we got all the kinks out. And then when was it? May 1st.
May 1st, they allowed us to actually fully open up.
Well, not fully open.
Well,
no.
like to
It was
have
like 50,
customers.
It was 50%.
25%.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 25%.
25%. And it
And
was
then-
crazy.
And we only had 90. We have a 94% occupancy,
Yeah.
so we were only able to allow 25 people in here.
Yeah.
You know, but even and then they slowly went to 50. Man, we had lines out the door. Every day was busy.
Shit, hell yeah.
But you know, but we were one of the only places open. I think it was just us and like 76.
Yeah,
right?
Suerte was still closed. Eddie's, everything else was still closed.
Yeah,
Close was
all the
closed.
uptown bars, everything was closed. So we had people every night.
Even
Monday
to go
through
drinks,
Sunday.
right? All that stuff
Yeah,
too.
we did to go drinks too. You know, but people just wanted to come in and have a beer
exactly.
somewhere.
They were
Yeah.
so tired of just being locked in their house,
Yeah,
in quarantine.
but once that opened up, man, it's like the whole place blew up. It was like I know a lot of people were suffering through the pandemic because they didn't have work and they didn't have that. But for us, it was truly a blessing,
Right,
You know, because
yeah.
we were in a hole, you know, and we were able to
Yeah, man, and to do it on
expand.
yourself, like just to like put up those arm sleeves and just do it yourself. There's not a lot
No,
of
we
business
did.
owners that do that. They just kind of folded and just dealt with the cards,
Well, I had to close one of my bars. I let go midnight.
Okay.
And midnight, and then Oak we were playing. And that's the thing people don't understand. We were still paying rent, man.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I had Elevate still paying rent. And but midnight, I just didn't see, like, I was already like kind of like, you know what, I could see the end coming. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just only open 2 nights a week, and
Right.
the numbers weren't adding up. You know, I'm
Yeah.
just barely breaking even. And why even do something for breaking even? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no.
So I said, I decided to let that one go. But all these other things, the things that were worth salvaging, it really came through, man. I'm real happy that we made it.
I was gonna say a big fan, man. I definitely would go to the downtown location
Thank you.
before freaking COVID. And every time I go, man, I've had fucking a blast every time I go, man. So I'm actually pretty excited that y'all have this location up here too. I'll definitely try to come out a little bit more. But also too, man, I was gonna say, I did want to maybe spotlight one of y'all's specialty drinks if y'all are.
Oh, yeah,
we
we
do
can.
that, man. If y'all want to do that.
Yeah, let me get
And,
my
Mike.
favorite bartender. Shout out to Fulano.
Yeah, so tell us what are y'all's favorite drinks, man? Like what do y'all like to give out to everybody?
I'm a Scotch kind of guy.
I'm
Johnny
I'm a
Walker?
whiskey Scotch
That
guy.
Johnny Walker.
Yeah, Johnny Walker Black.
That's our two
Yeah,
best
Johnny-
sellers. What'd you say our two best sellers were?
Johnny Walker
Rock-
on the Rocks and Johnny Walker and Club Soda.
Yeah.
Signature drinks.
No, that's our signature drinks, man. Like, but we have something for everything. That's another thing we didn't discuss. Like our other idea was we wanted to keep, of course we're gonna have the full bar,
Right.
But we wanted to feature a lot of on our specialty menu, as far as specialty drinks, a lot of local, state brand.
Fuck yeah.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So like
Western
Like the San
Suns.
Antonio one, right, or something like
Yeah,
that.
Western Suns.
Well, Tito's came through and gave us a bunch of decor. So Tito's is our house vodka. We have the well vodka, but
Right.
when someone asks for a vodka, boom, it's
Yeah.
always
It's Tito's.
We carry, of course,
Western
you know,
Suns.
the Western Suns is a flavored vodka that's, I forget what city it's from, but it's brewed here or
Texas?
made here in the state.
Hell yeah.
There's even a Texas whiskey that we use for the what do we
The
call
TX whiskey.
the TX whiskey? But what do you call the meal? Oh, the oak meal.
Okay.
The oak meal. So instead of using vodka, we use the TX whiskey with the ginger beer. It's really good.
Nice. Yeah.
Ginger beer.
Yeah, ginger beer. That's what it's like. What's it called? Mules, right? Anyways, I don't know, but they're pretty good. I have a lot of guys who come in and drink those. So a lot of our menu, especially like just anything that we have mixed drinks, we try to have it like a Texas inspired, or at least
Right.
something that's a product of Texas.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
That's what we go with there.
And a lot of female-oriented stuff also, because
Yeah.
on our happy hour, $6.99 margaritas.
Margaritas.
You know, any margarita you want. For the guys, we have a lot of that. Well, there's a lot of girls that drink beer.
You
also.
call it too,
Yeah,
right?
you call it for $5, $2 domestic drafts from 12 to 7. I think we're the only ones that actually has like an all-day happy hour.
Really?
I think
Yeah,
so.
no, I don't think anybody.
Everybody's
It's
kind of like
usually
4 to 7. You know, maybe a late one they'll do like 10 to.
Some weird ass hours that
Yeah.
you never make it to.
Well,
Yeah,
the
like-
reason we did that, it was just like
from 5:45 to 7.
because we were open at 12. Like when we first started, you know, it was
We're open at 11, and then we're like,
we first opened at 11, and then we moved it to 12, and then we started happy hour at 1. And then we started opening at 12, and I told Fabian, I was like, well, we're going to have happy hour
Might as well.
not
the
in
first
1
half
hour.
hour?
I'm like, just do
Yeah.
it from 12.
Right.
And then, to get the things going, to get the people in here, like our bar, like during the week, we weren't really known as a happy hour spot, you know? And
Right.
then we hired Fulanos, actually, and then we were like, hey, let's work on the prices. He's like, I told you when it was earlier in the conversation, was like
Right.
a learning curve. Like he was like one of those Uptown guys who like showed us, hey, George, you got to have this, got to have that, got to have this.
Like he knows what it takes for a
he's been in the
successful
game
Uptown.
for 10,
Yeah.
12 years, so he's got this older crowd following.
Right.
Every bartends, they'll be there,
Oh,
and that's
shit.
all the day drinkers. As soon as he opens the door at 12, there's 3 or 4 people already waiting for him right outside
And that's
the door.
another thing too
Yeah.
that I noticed. A lot of your bartenders, man, they have like that support too.
Yeah,
So
we do,
everybody
right.
like share, they get a bunch of likes, and then their friends come by. Hey, what's up? When I was here in St. Patrick's Day, shout out to Mike, right?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Yo, man, the best bartender uptown."
Find him here at Oak.
Yeah,
Find him here at Oak.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, man.
So that's how we have the happy hour all day now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just something that people know, and they come, and then we even have live music from 5 to 8, like to close out happy hour. Not a big band. We just have acoustic guy here playing. We have a live.
Oh yeah, so the live music too. That's
have a
something
live-
that you're trying to get going to,
Well,
or you've done it.
Well, we've always done live music.
Yeah.
But people don't like, not here necessarily, but I've done live music. Midnight, we've had bandas.
Yeah.
Elevate, we have bandas
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I'm not scared to do live music.
Right.
But we actually tried it downtown when we first opened Oak
We had
3 years ago.
Draft.
We had
Okay.
a band named Draft on Sundays and stuff like that. But that's another thing. Like Oak downtown was
It's a whole nother world
We had
downtown.
a vision that we tried to bring it up, but just because of the location and where it's at, it didn't fit. So when
Right.
we opened up here, we had that opportunity to start over and use the same concept that we had of bringing it uptown where people can appreciate it.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and I think they did. They do. So we do have like rock music and
That's
DJs,
on the weekends
electric.
or like Wednesdays or Thursdays.
no,
or?
on Tuesdays we have live acoustic. Thursdays and Fridays live acoustic. On Sundays we have the full band.
Oh
Sunday
shit.
night draft
Sunday
night.
every Sunday.
Sunday
Sunday-
We have
for
Alex
Sunday Fun
Flores
Day.
from 5 to 7 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? Is Alex and then Ruben
No.
on Wednesdays?
Ruben is on. No, Ruben's on Thursdays. And then Alex is on Tuesdays and Fridays.
So Tuesdays and Fridays. So there's gonna be live music. There's an opportunity to hear some live music.
Pretty
Get
much
out,
anytime
get out of the
Fernando's
house.
working.
Yeah. No, man, that's awesome stuff. And yeah, man, I'm glad y'all you join in. And how many minutes do we got, or what, man?
Hit 30, hitting about 30.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Because I know you said you had to go, right? Or
Yeah, it's a family, but
Yeah.
we'll finish up.
yeah, man. I think
Oh, we gotta get the drink, right?
yeah, and then we try to drink, and that's about
Mike.
it.
Get that Gummy Chamoy.
The Chamoy.
And again, this is like
Gummy Chamoy? Yeah, you have it? I already give you a shout out, so now you gotta make it.
and this is kind of one of y'all's specialty drinks here at Oak.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, like this one's like it's
It's a lady favorite.
yeah. We call it. Well, we have a menu called Texas Texas-sized cocktails, and what it is, it's a mini pitcher,
Yeah.
a 32-ounce mini pitcher, because the litros is a big thing downtown.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's our version of the litro. We didn't want to call it a litro, because they have the big liter glass. So we're like, so we just call it the Texas size pitcher, or no, Texas size cocktail. So there's two things you can do. You could order a beer through it and in the pitcher, or you can get a cocktail. When we have this one, which is the one that we made, is the Gummy Chamoy. Because girls in the valley love gummy bears, chamoy, and flechas.
It's a perfect combination.
It's perfect.
So that was that. But we have other other classics. We have the Pink Passion. Right, we used to have another name.
What was the name, man?
It was called the Pink Pussy. So when we came uptown, we were like, I think we got to take that out.
Turn it down.
And then, and then my daughter, she picked up on me. She's like, Dad, that's a bad word here. And I was like, yeah. So I changed it to the Pink Passion. And even
the Texas tea. There's like a Long Island iced tea on there.
With tequila, the Texas tea. And then you can get a margarita that size.
Yeah.
The Blue Hawaiian. So it's a drink for two.
So I know one thing that downtown also you kind of have different type of music playing too, right? Is that what type of music is gonna be playing downtown, things like that?
Well, downtown at Oak we have banda on Wednesdays and Sundays.
Okay.
And then on Tuesdays we have our traditional Taco Tuesday with the DJ. On Thursdays we have 50 Cent Taco round 2.
Oh, round 2.
Downtown. And then Fridays and Saturdays we have DJ as well.
Oh, badass! Yeah, so there's
We have
always
the
something
same
going on,
rotation.
man.
Yeah, we have the same rotation of DJs between here and downtown.
But you gotta adapt, yeah.
Oh yeah, but dude, we have probably hands down the best DJs in the valley.
We
We
have
have Raider that comes from Bronzeville, right? Well, he
Yeah.
lives
Oh,
over here
wow.
now.
No, he lives here now.
He lives here now.
He lives in
He's from
McAllen, and then we have
Retro. From Wesico, Mark Nova from here.
Yeah,
From San
Mark.
Juan.
Yeah. I know
Mark Nova. We used to have Alex. Right now he's in a what do you call it, hiatus? He's in a hiatus right now.
He went into quarantine and they didn't let him out anymore.
Yeah, they let him out of quarantine. We're still waiting for you to come back, Alex.
Alex, there you go, bro. They're waiting for you, man. They got the seat warm and everything.
That's another thing. I remember when he used to work in the other.
Oh my god.
When he used to, I don't know. I love rubbing his face.
It's gonna be called the podcast. We're gonna roast Fabian podcast.
When he used to work in the other club, and I had all the DJs lined up. Right, every day I had some of the best DJs lined up.
Okay.
And then I threw it on because his favorite team was the Yankees, and his softball team was Murderers Row. That's what he called
Murderers
it.
Row.
Yeah, like from the 1920 Yankees or something. Yeah.
Murderers Row.
So I made a flyer with all my DJs, and every day they were put, and I called it Murderers Row.
And getting real into it,
getting like jabs from everywhere.
You saw that, didn't you?
That's like some Kobe Bryant shit, dude. Like, have you heard like Kobe Bryant, how he would do stuff like that?
Yeah,
like he would learn
it was
different
mind games.
languages.
This is mind games.
Like he learned French to talk shit to Tony Parker. Like, dude, yeah. I was reading about that the other day. I was like,
Damn,
whoa.
that's crazy.
I was like,
Everybody
dude,
speak English,
like
so.
psychological warfare, bro.
Yeah, it was like I was throwing bombs over Baghdad. But that's just the stories that we go through, man. It's just funny. It's funny talking about it.
I mean, that's cool, man. At least you can all like unwind, and now you have this set up. So, like, what are the plans for the future, like, as far as other setups?
Actually, now that you say that.
Yesterday, we had thought about this for a long time, you know.
Yeah.
But yesterday we actually signed a contract, or lease, excuse me, and we're pending, approval from the city of Westico.
Yeah, breaking the sale.
We're gonna be moving there
That'll
to
be chapter 3.
Westico, and it's a good spot, I think. Fabian actually works out there at one of the stores for T-Mobile.
Oh, cool,
and
badass.
my kids go to school there. I live in Westico. I've lived in Westico for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And I was already like planning to buy a house in McAllen because I'm always coming over here, but this guy wants to open that over there, and my wife is opening an event center in Westico, so I guess I'm staying,
Yeah, man.
Nice.
So Westico is going to be coming up. We're going to have
More or less where at, if y'all don't mind.
it's right. It's going to be on the intersection of Business 83 and Texas Boulevard.
Wow.
Just
Oh,
south.
damn.
Down-
Texas on Texas.
Yeah.
Texas.
Hey,
Yeah.
I already see it, man.
It's
You
just
got
south-
me thinking.
Yeah, it's just south of the expressway. Of Business 83 in downtown Westico.
Badass.
It's cool. It's over
Hell
there.
yeah.
They have
Congrats,
they have
man.
an eatery. We're opening.
Oh, the
an
eatery
event.
is right there?
The eatery is right close by. Every Thursday on a certain, I forget what days. Like once a Thursday, like in the springtime, they have.
They block off
the street. They have an event called Al Fresco, so we'll be right in the heart of that, So this is the Gummy
Chamoy.
Chamoy.
You know what goes in it?
Yeah. Ciroc red berry.
Ciroc red berry.
Yeah, peach schnapps, some cranberry juice, Sprite, and watermelon schnapps.
Holy crap! Let's check it out.
We can't tell you the parts though. And then of course we just dress it with the chamoy and trechas. Throw gummy bears.
Look at those gummy bears. And
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
It's a good kid's drink.
We also sell it in non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You do? Okay, not alcoholic.
I mean, we
for
can't.
that.
It's just Sprite and cranberry
Damn, bro, that looks crazy.
That looks
Yeah.
mean. That looks fucking
Yeah, so
great.
girls love that. You order it, some girls are like, oh my god, what's that?
Yeah, just by seeing it, one person orders it, and then all of a sudden you'll have like 6 or 7 people order it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
It looks cool.
Yeah, like if you're out here at
Bro, it's
Oak
good
and you
too,
see
I'm
a
not
girl,
gonna lie.
you see a pretty girl sitting at the bar, you just
not
order her
supposed
one
to.
of those, man.
And the girls doing that.
Exactly,
The hot
bro.
Cheeto fingers.
Exactly.
From earlier and shit in the day.
Hey, Westicker's gonna love those, dude.
Oh, bro, I don't think there's anything like that, man.
Try it.
We're gonna try it out.
That was my straw, that one over there.
Yeah, just so we could. Oh, shoot! All right, breaking the seal. God damn.
Good, huh?
What do you taste?
man,
What do you taste, bro? What
It's
do you
like
taste, man?
refreshing as fuck.
It's very refreshing.
It's like, yeah, man. These things fucking. Let's try one of these too.
They're good, man. It's a real. That's what I mean. That's one of our best sellers. People love it.
Yeah, man.
And only here at Oak, y'all.
Yes, sir.
So,
And you got some micheladas too. They kind of have the same setup, look badass, right? With the
Yes, sir.
olives and everything. What other drinks, man? That y'all? I know y'all just got the Jaeger machine too.
Oh yeah.
The Jaeger machine that's right there,
Well,
man.
another thing that we started going through, like we're doing we're trying to sell like in volume and help the customer have a good drink. You know what I'm saying?
Experience,
So,
yeah, man.
So we have the Jaegers and the Fireballs at $3. Then we have our all day special is a $2 Lone Star beer.
Yeah.
And you can get that any time of the day as long as supplies last. If we have it, you can buy it for $2 if you're on a
there we
budget. The great thing about that is you can get the hookup shot.
The hookup
shot for $3 more, with total $5. You get a Lone Star, you get a Patron, your choice of Patron, Jaeger, or Fireball.
So $5 a beer and a
$5
shot.
a beer and a shot.
$5
Can't beat that.
beer and a shot, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man. A lot of good stuff. This is good. I'll probably finish it up, man. If anything.
Yeah, you better
Shit,
finish it
bro.
up.
Let's try it out one more time.
He's like, aye.
He turned into a Valley Girl real quick.
Yeah. Hey, you know how?
What does it say? Toxica or what is it?
Toxica.
Toxica.
But you know how that Megan Thee Stallion, right? You know who Megan Thee Stallion is? Did you know that? That's how she got it. She came down and performed at Spring Break one time.
Really?
And she
I
saw
thought it was Cardi B that did
No,
that.
it was Spring Break. It was Megan Thee Stallion, and she's like that. So now she came to perform Spring Break one time, and then she saw the Valley Girls going. So now she's like,
This is my shit.
but it was
now.
Valley Girls.
Nah, man. Well, appreciate it, fellas. So they can find you on Facebook, Instagram. Where else can people online too? Oak Texas Bar and
Yeah,
Grill.
we're on Facebook, Oak Texas Bar. We have 2 pages of Oak Texas Bar and then Oak Texas Bar and Grill for the Uptown location. Our tag on Instagram is Oak Tex Bar.
Yeah.
And then you can visit us at Oak Texas Bar.
Grill.com.
And right there you see our menus and our menu and stuff.
And you got an
coming
update
up.
coming in soon too, so everybody can keep track
Oh,
of
yeah.
that.
Stay
So
tuned because we're gonna change up the burgers. We're
yeah,
having
so
more stuff in
we're
the
opening a new location.
keeping
in
it fresh,
Wesco.
man. That's what I'm like what I'm hearing, man.
Yeah, so we're opening a new location in Wesco. I'm working on a new meal. On the new menu. Just adding some little things, more options for the everyday customer. Choices on the sampler. We're gonna bring in, like, now that we have the charro beans, we're gonna be using the charro beans to be making like panchos and stuff.
There we go, panchos,
more
bro.
shareable menus. You know, we already have the meat,
burgers.
and even the tostadas. We hand cut them and fry them to make fresh tostadas. So everything that we try to make, we try to get stuff that we already have in the kitchen and see what else we can make with it while adding a few ingredients.
And I think that's the way to go too, man. Just trying to cut the cost and whatever's working, just add to it.
And shout out to our kitchen staff, man. They've been with us for a long time, and they've really come through working hard, long and hard. Our bartenders, our bartenders stuck to it a lot. I want to touch on that real quick. We had a staff that was working downtown. We had 2 staffs. I had a staff at downtown and had a staff for midnight.
Right.
And when I closed midnight, I wasn't opening up. And unfortunately, COVID happened, and a lot of our staff, a lot of people here, we got all COVID. And even using our, I got COVID,
Oh, damn.
And then
Okay.
so we had to, instead of closing down, we got the places infected, and we brought in my other staff from the other club, and then they held it down. And then we just stuck together, and we grew.
That's
We
just
got
that
to it.
Marine mentality,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
I mean, no, honestly,
mission
man.
accomplishment, and
gotta always-
no man left behind. and we stuck through it. We worked hard together, man, and I think our family just got bigger and better.
Hell yeah,
that's good.
So
man.
I want to give a huge shout out to like our management, Abby and Chantel, Joe downtown, hell yeah. Then our bartenders, Edgar, Casey, Fulano, Justin, even some of the even people who worked for us in the past, man. Some of the people who worked for us in the past, you guys have made us who we are today.
Awesome.
We may not be together no more, you know, but you guys are still family. And everyone's always welcome. And I just want to say thank you to Fabian. You know.
Hey.
That's awesome, man.
Pleasure,
And I love the vibe here, man. It's just like that neighborhood bar, man. That neighborhood vibe. You see people singing over there and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just the type of vibe it is. And you know, I wish you all well and continued success. You know, Wessico, awesome stuff.
Yeah, West Coast coming. West Coast coming, guys, and we already have everything lined up.
Wessico, Oak is coming.
Yeah, Oak.
They're coming for you.
Yeah.
You better be ready.
Now we gotta do it. No backing
I'll
down
cut
now.
that part out. I'll cut that part out.
Can you get an oven in Mexico or no?
Well,
Because if I can get an oven, dude, we'll put ribs on the
Oh,
menu.
baby.
I have to talk to HR about that. No, I talked to corporate about
Tell
it.
them the corporate executive chef wants an oven.
It's gonna. We have a couple board meetings we have to.
Yeah.
No, but he's also the marketing director, Eddie. But you took that job from him.
Like, I just kind of show up here to have a date or
Nah, man. Well, that's what I'm here for. Anything y'all need, just let me know. And but yeah, appreciate it, fellas. And
Thanks, brother.
we'll have
Appreciate
this on
y'all.
Thursday.
All right,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, man.
Awesome.
All
Thank you.
set.